Definisi stereotype menurut Merriam-Webster adalah to believe unfairly that all people or things with a particular characteristic are the same. Ketika aku research ya dengan keyword American stereotypes, itu yang muncul itu sama semua guys. Rata-rata begitu. Kayak misalnya orang Amerika itu obese. Orang Amerika itu suka makan fast food. Orang Amerika itu suka senjata api. Jadi di sebelah aku sekarang udah ada orang Amerika.
Okay, I'm ready.
Nah, sekarang di sebelah aku sudah ada orang Amerikanya sendiri, guys. Ya, bojoku dewe. Yang akan mengkonfirmasi atau bisa juga mendebunk. Debunking. I don't know what debunk is in bahasa Indonesia. Jadi dia akan mengkonfirmasi atau bisa jadi mendebunk stereotype tentang orang Amerika. So you can either confirm or deny these stereotypes based on your experience, based on the people around you, based on how you were raised, etc., etc. Got it?
Got it.
Okay. So the first stereotype that I often hear about Americans is that Americans are rich.
Yeah, true.
Is it really true? Americans are rich? Like Americans are all rich?
No. Well, I think in every society you have the haves and the have-nots.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, it's true that the US is a rich country, right?
Sure.
But it doesn't mean that the wealth of the country transfers to every citizen,
It's a huge spectrum of people in the US. Some of them are super rich, like Bill Gates. Some are super poor, like we have homeless people.
Yeah.
So not everybody's rich.
Well, FYI, there are actually a lot of homeless people here in the US, guys.
Well, one of the consequences of being a rich country is that things are expensive. Like to rent an apartment might be a lot more here than in certain other countries. People can't afford it.
Yeah, so it's not true that all Americans are rich. Stereotype number 2. Americans are loud and obnoxious.
Most of them are, but not me.
You think most of them are?
No. Only some.
So how come that stereotype exists?
Where does it exist?
Like everywhere. Like if you Google stereotypes of American people, it's always like loud and obnoxious.
I mean, I think I've heard that before, but it's not something I would endorse. I don't see all Americans being loud and obnoxious.
Yeah, like are most of them.
So if an American travels to a different country, they're on vacation. So you could argue that vacationers might be loud and obnoxious, especially if they're getting drunk and they're partying or whatever else, and they're demanding room service. So in that sense, yeah, but you're only seeing like a sliver of
maybe that's how
American personality.
Maybe that's how you guys got the stereotype from. One of the American stereotypes is Americans are entitled. Do you agree with that?
No, I mean, I guess in America, maybe like culturally, it's like you expect good service, I guess. And if you don't get service, then you challenge it, I guess. You're always pushing for greatness, I guess. Like if you go to a hotel, it's like, let's say in Bali, and you go to breakfast and they're not serving you. Maybe some cultures might be like, okay, sabar, just chill. But maybe in America, it's like, hey, dude, I'm here at a hotel, I'm paying you guys $100 or whatever a day, and free breakfast, but nobody's serving me breakfast, so I'm gonna raise a stink. So I don't see that as being bad. I mean.
Sure.
But yeah, I can see that happening.
Yeah.
Maybe not entitled, but we expect.
The next stereotype is that every American owns a gun.
Yeah, I've got about 3 of them.
that Americans are obsessed with guns.
No, incorrect.
Are you guys obsessed with guns?
Half of the country is. Politically, you got Republicans and Democrats. Generally, Republicans defend gun rights. Democrats want to eliminate guns or reduce or whatever, put more restrictions on guns. But what happens is it becomes political.
Yeah.
And when it becomes political, people kind of, they're just always creating chatter about it. It seems like there's a lot of people that have guns, but...
But you know what? I Googled like how many Americans own guns. And it's actually 46% of the whole population.
That's crazy.
Koreksi guys, ternyata persentase kepemilikan senjata di Amerika menurut pewresearch.org adalah 30% per tahun 2017.
Yeah, it's a lot. I agree. I didn't know it was that high.
The next stereotype is Americans can only speak English.
Yeah, that's true.
You think it's true?
No.
I think it's not true.
I think the more generations that you are here in the U.S., in other words, if you're first generation, second generation, third generation, the further along you are in terms of generations, that becomes true. If you just moved here from a country, like let's say your children, the likelihood of them knowing 2 languages is less. And their children, the likelihood of them knowing 2 languages is even lesser than that. So like when people come here from their own culture is kind of watered down. Yeah, it's not embraced.
So yeah, mostly true, but not always true.
Yeah, true that.
Next stereotype. Americans are ignorant about the world.
Where did you learn that one?
Google it, Sam.
That they're ignorant about the world?
About the rest of the world, because they are so focused on what's happening in the US that they don't care about what's happening in the world.
And that's relative to other citizens of the world.
Yes.
So in other words, Americans are more ignorant of the world versus Indos being ignorant of the world.
Yeah.
I disagree.
You disagree?
Yeah. There'll be certain Americans that are ignorant, right? They're not educated or whatever. They don't care about global news, but...
You don't think that's mostly true?
No. I think we have a lot of global news. We have a lot of immigrants.
Yeah.
As a result of immigrants, you kind of learn naturally about other worlds and not worlds, but countries and cultures. So no, I disagree with that. I would think that I'm trying to compare ourselves to other countries, and I wouldn't say that we're more ignorant about other countries and cultures versus other countries.
The next stereotype is related to this, is that Americans don't know geography. There's this one show on Jimmy Kimmel's show. I don't know if you've watched it.
Yeah.
People don't know where China is, or they don't know where Russia is. Is that true?
Yeah, well, some people, yeah. But, China and Russia, those are obvious.
Sure.
Right? But if somebody said, hey, find the country of, I think there's a country called Mali, right? Mali, not Bali, but Mali.
Yeah.
Be like, huh? Where's that?
Yeah.
But at the same token, though, if you take a random Indo,
yeah, sure,
and you say, where's Guatemala?
Yeah, there are a lot of people who don't know geography. It's not necessarily American.
It's not an American thing.
Yeah,
no.
It's not an American thing. I agree. How good are you at geography?
I'm excellent.
I would say I'm pretty good at geography. I'm probably like 7 or 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm about 8 or 9.
Next stereotype. Americans eat fast food and are obese.
Yeah, I'd say a lot of Americans do. Like KFC, there's like a chain fast food place, multiple places within a community, so yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my god, yeah, there are so many fast food places
it's like saying
here.
most Indos eat street food.
Yeah. Ayam penyet.
Ayam penyet. Ayam bayat. Yeah. It's the same deal, yo.
And do you agree that Americans are obese?
I mean, the data indicates it is.
Yeah, the data indicates it is.
California is supposed to be one of the better states in
Right.
terms of less obesity, but
Yeah, I'm gonna confirm this when I'm editing this video, but I think I read that more than half of the population are overweight. Next stereotype is Americans are friendly. I think this is true,
depends on the American.
but I think most people are friendly here. Dude, you say hi to strangers.
Yeah, but,
Over here.
but maybe in New York they're not that way. So Americans
It
pretty
depends
diverse.
on where you live.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
go to LA, if you hang out in LA, you're probably not gonna get so much friendliness.
In the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on where you live, but I think most of it is true. You guys like to have small talk with strangers.
It's like in Indo, your neighbors are like very like
Well,
Well,
yeah, Indonesians
come
are friendly.
visit.
Indonesians are friendly.
no, but hold on though, because so like in Indo, like in your neighborhood, seems like there's a lot of interaction.
Yeah.
People come over, people share dishes of food or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
And over here, we don't do that.
No, they don't do that here.
But we'll randomly say, "Hey, how you doing?"
Yeah.
or "Hi."
Yeah.
And over there in Indo, you don't do that.
No, we don't do that to strangers.
Yeah, so it depends on how you define friendliness.
Yeah, but I mean, yes, we Americans are friendly. It's just a different kind of friendly than what you see in Indonesia. But Indonesian people are friendly as well. It's just a different kind of friendliness, you know. Next stereotype: Americans are workaholics.
Some of them are, some of them aren't.
Like, how many vacation days do you get?
Relative
That
to
Americans-
Europe, we
yeah.
work more
Yeah.
in Europe.
You
Europe, they
guys
take
get-
like, I don't know, some places like in Germany, I think they like take like 2 or 3 months off or something like that. In Spain, I think they have like siestas and stuff.
What's siesta?
They take a nap during the middle of the day.
Oh.
you know?
Oh, you call that what? They call it what? Siesta?
Siesta.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool. Next, Americans don't have passports and don't travel.
It's no different than any other culture. Look at your mom. Does your mom have a passport?
No, my mom doesn't have
Does
a
she
passport.
travel? No.
The US is so big that
We
a
don't need
lot of them, yeah, and they don't need passports when they travel to other states.
Yeah, the U.S. is kind of diverse from a vacation perspective. Like you can go
Yeah.
to Florida, you can go to Las Vegas, San Francisco, New York.
Yeah, a lot of people feel like they don't need to travel out of the country because there's so many diversity here in the US.
So much diversity.
So much diversity.
I mean, it's a lot cheaper to travel domestically too, right? So
Yeah. All these stereotypes, it depends on the individual.
yeah, maybe TV projects these stereotypes.
Yes.
For one, and so based up, you see a movie about America or an American movie, and you're like, all right, that's the way Americans generally are, and generally not the case. I think U.S. is pretty diverse. Probably one of the most diverse countries in the world in terms of all sorts of immigrants coming in, and so they all kind of roll differently. Freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of ideas, freedom of religion. So they all kind of do something a little bit differently.
Thank you for being in my video. That was fun.
Right.
Oke guys, makasih udah nonton videonya. Kasih tahu kira-kira topik apa lagi yang aku bisa omongin sama Ricky ya. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Mm.
Bye.